Now, so, really useful implement, the pastry brush. This one, as you might be able to see, looks a little wrinkled. That is because it's been a bit too close to the barbecue. You do want to make sure that you're not going to lose hairs all over the place from it. It's never nice to get hairs in food, especially when it comes from a pig that you are not personally familiar with. Now, there's still some chunks of unmelted butter in here, but that's fine. Things do tend to keep cooking after you remove them from the cooking device. Microwave stuff, the particles of the food are still vibrating, so they're still cooking, which is that whole thing of why does my food get hotter after I've taken it out of the microwave? Things like pasta are still continuing to cook even once you take them off the boil. They're still on the hot water, so you want to make sure things like pasta you drain immediately. Don't leave them sit in the water. So thoroughly coat the inside of that with melted butter. I'm now going to put in some plain flour and shake it. Snacking. I'm quite fond of the snacking. Now, I normally do this over the sink so I don't make such a mess. I normally don't make such a mess, but I'm going to admit it's been a while since I baked. And it's a very long time since I used this loaf tin. In fact, I'm dubious about whether it is in fact my loaf tin because it just looks too nice. It might be Peter's. I have walnuts and banana in the food processor. I put the walnuts in first and chopped off a little bit. I have melted butter that I melted in the microwave on 10-second increments. I have 1.5 cups of flour and baking powder and salt. Now I didn't sift it because the food processor is going to do my sifting for me, which is a good thing. I'm over the whole sifting thing. I sift so seldom that I tend to get it all over the place when I do it. Right, beating eggs. Eggs are going to get beaten by shoving them in the food processor with the banana and the walnuts. I have never really been a fan of eggs, but I buy free-range eggs now, and they taste a lot nicer than factory eggs. So I tend to prefer them. So let's think about making a real mess. We'll break on the baking paper and see how messy I can get. I'm crap at breaking eggs because I don't like them. Right, go one. I'm always having bits of shell out. That one worked out okay. Maybe this is how I should do the next time. Oh, that one worked out alright too. I broke the yolk. Right, lid. Just beaten to me. Or at least severely defeated. Okay. In goes the melted butter, which is quite full now, and it's hopefully not going to cook the eggs. And what did I say about the milk? 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to be all cooking school again and use the liquid measure for the milk. Because I have wobbly hands, and filling one of these up to the brim and then carrying it to there is just going to be like a recipe for disaster. And 1/4 cup of milk is about up to, what is it, up to there. 250 mils in a cup is about 25.5 a cup, and it's God knows what in the one below. Milk in first, butter in next. Right. Lid back on. Put it off. Got my rubber spatula just to get the stuff down the sides. And now it's a race to see whether I can use the remaining, get this done in the remaining 3 minutes on these, what's the name? They're going clumpy. Alright, I'm going to dump this all in on top. That says, mix quickly into dry ingredients, so I do it the other way around, and it doesn't usually matter which way up it is, except for the food processor, it doesn't matter. Voila, that's mixed. Too easy. See how slack this is? I see why. Everybody doesn't use a food processor to make cake. So this is your finished batter, which is going to go into the tin. Yum, yum, yum. Whenever I cook it, it always comes out sort of higher at one side than it does at the other, and I have no idea why, but it doesn't even seem to matter which oven it is, whether it's fan force. The only time it came out even was when I cooked it in the convection microwave and it rotated while it was cooking, so that it was evenly cooked on all sides. And that was cute. But I'm not going to buy another convection microwave just so my cakes can come out beautifully shaped and even. This one tastes really good even if it's not shaped right. A tip for washing up. When you're rinsing out things like this, you do not want to rinse them in hot water because you may make the bad decision to them and it may be harder to clean them. Always soak them in cold water first so that the flour does not get caught. And that will mean that you have an easier job if you soak them while you're putting the thing in the oven and tidying up. By the time you come to wash them, they'll be a lot easier to wash. Alright, I'm going to smooth that out a bit. And put it in the oven, which has been preheating, and is now about 100 and something. Just put it in the middle. Ta-da! You can see my oven thermometer because it's unreliable. The light came back on because I had the door open too long. I will come back with a new memory card once I've worked out whether it's actually okay. I will set it for 30 because this oven is unreliable and tends to burn things because it's always too damn hot. A bit like me. Alright. I will be back soon. This is the cake sitting in the oven. The reason it's sitting in the oven is to protect it from the evil cake-eating monster. So I've had it sitting in the slightly open oven because the evil cake-eating monsters are not capable of not only eating the bamboo skewer that I used to check whether the cake was ready, but also of eating the cake itself. The instructions are let it cool in the tin for 10 minutes and then turn it out. So let's get to the point where we turn it out. Here's what it looks like. Nom nom nom. I do like a banana cake. One of the hazards of cooking in this household is the evil cake monsters. They have sweet teeth. Now, fingers crossed, this will turn out beautifully. Oh, shake. Turns out beautifully, so beautifully as I chuck it across the stove. As you can see, it came out of the tin really quite easily, with a bit of shaking, and the tin itself comes out quite clean. Hardly looks like a tin that I own because it's not completely blackened. So there we go, the finished banana cake, and don't it look nice? Okay. Some of the ways I like to have banana cake are as is, or you can toast it and you can put a bit of butter on it, which is not so bad because it doesn't have so much butter in the first place. And then you can serve it with some coffee or tea or whatever you like as your beverage, or just eat tons of it by yourself. Okay, that is it for the banana cake, and I hope you enjoyed that.